Celine Tam, often likened to her idol Celine Dion, seemed destined for the spotlight from the moment she was born on November 22, 2007, in Hong Kong. Her household was a symphony of sound, with music woven into the fabric of her daily life. Her father, Dr. Steve Tam, a dedicated music teacher, recognized her potential early on. Her mother, Xin Xia, ensured their home was always filled with melodies, fostering an environment where creativity thrived. Even her younger sister, named Dion, reflected the family's deep admiration for Celine Dion, a nod that would later define Celine's public persona. From a young age, Celine was not just singing. She was performing, her voice carrying a maturity far beyond her years. Under her father's guidance, she walked a delicate balance between rigorous training and nurturing care, avoiding the burnout that often plagues young talents. Celine's natural gift was undeniable. By age 4, she was already captivating small audiences at local events, her voice a blend of innocence and power. Her father's coaching was meticulous yet supportive, ensuring she developed technical precision without losing her passion for music. Family gatherings often turned into impromptu performances, with Celine belting out Celine Dion's hits like My Heart Will Go On with astonishing clarity. Her parents' encouragement, combined with her innate talent, set the stage for a journey that would soon captivate the world. In 2017, at just 9 years old, Celine Tam stepped onto the global stage with her audition for America's Got Talent, AGT. The stakes were high, and the audience was a daunting sea of faces, but Celine was undeterred. Clad in a simple dress, she stood confidently before the judges and delivered a rendition of My Heart Will Go On that left the crowd spellbound. Her voice, rich with emotion and control, seemed to defy her age. The performance was a masterclass in poise, and when guest judge Laverne Cox slammed the golden buzzer, sending Celine straight to the live shows, the theater erupted. Confetti rained down as Celine's face lit up with disbelief and joy, a moment that would become iconic in her story. The golden buzzer was more than a ticket to the next round. It was a catapult to international fame. Overnight, Celine became a sensation, not just in Hong Kong but across the globe. Social media buzzed with clips of her performance, and fans dubbed her Hong Kong's Celine Dion. Her audition video racked up millions of views, and media outlets clamored to tell the story of the 9-year-old prodigy. For a brief moment, it seemed Celine was on an unstoppable trajectory, destined to become a household name. Post-AGT, Celine's career soared. Invitations poured in for performances at high-profile events, from the 2017 Miss Hong Kong pageant to appearances on Chinese television shows like Singer 2018. She shared stages with seasoned professionals, holding her own with a voice that commanded attention. One of her standout moments came through her collaboration with Jeffrey Lee, another young talent. Their duet of You Raise Me Up went viral, amassing millions of views and showcasing a chemistry that felt both authentic and electric. The performance was a testament to Celine's ability to connect with audiences, her voice blending seamlessly with Jeffrey's in a way that tugged at heartstrings worldwide. Celine's schedule became a whirlwind of rehearsals, performances, and media appearances. She performed at charity events, corporate galas, and even international competitions, each appearance solidifying her reputation as a rising star. Her family, particularly her father, played a pivotal role in managing her burgeoning career. Dr. Tam's expertise ensured Celine's performances were polished, while her mother's support kept her grounded. For a while, everything seemed perfect, a fairy tale of talent, hard work, and opportunity converging to create a star. But fairy tales rarely last. Celine's journey on America's Got Talent took a devastating turn when she was eliminated before the finals. The announcement hit like a thunderbolt. "Is it me? Is it really me?" she asked, her voice trembling with disbelief. The audience was stunned, and social media erupted with fans questioning the decision. Simon Cowell praised her growth, noting her ability to evolve as a performer, but Mel B's critique, that her performance was overly theatrical, stung. The crowd booed Mel B, but the votes spoke for themselves. Despite her undeniable talent, Celine didn't advance. the harsh reality of reality TV competitions, where audience votes, production decisions, and behind-the-scenes politics often outweigh raw talent, had claimed another victim. The elimination was a public blow, but it was only the beginning of Celine's challenges. Returning to Hong Kong, she was greeted as a hero, with local media celebrating her as a source of pride. But as the initial fanfare faded, the reality of sustaining a music career set in. The entertainment industry is notoriously fickle, and for a child star, the pressure to stay relevant is immense. Celine continued to perform, but the opportunities were no longer as grand. Local events replaced international stages, and while her talent remained unquestioned, the spotlight began to dim. In 2019, Celine got another shot at global recognition with World's Got Talent, a special event featuring top talents from around the world. Once again, she delivered a breathtaking performance, earning another golden buzzer. But history repeated itself. She didn't win the title. The pattern was becoming clear. Celine could captivate audiences, but breaking through to lasting stardom was elusive. The music industry, with its endless supply of talent and ever-shifting trends, is unforgiving. For every artist who rises to the top, countless others fade into obscurity, and Celine was beginning to feel the weight of that reality. Behind the glamour of performances and viral videos, Celine was still a child navigating a world that few could understand. Fame at such a young age is a double-edged sword, offering opportunities but demanding sacrifices. While her peers in Hong Kong attended school and hung out with friends, Celine juggled rehearsals, vocal coaching, and public appearances. Her father remained a constant presence, guiding her career with a mix of dedication and intensity. Reports occasionally surfaced criticizing Dr. Tam for being overly involved, with some accusing him of pushing Celine too hard. The truth, however, was more complex. Dr. Tam was navigating uncharted waters, trying to balance his daughter's dreams with the realities of an industry that thrives on youth but rarely protects it. School life was another challenge. At her Hong Kong school, Celine was both a celebrity and an outsider. Classmates who saw her on TV were sometimes supportive, but others treated her differently, creating a sense of isolation. Normal teenage experiences, sleepovers, birthday parties, carefree weekends, were often sacrificed for performances or practice. Social media became her lifeline to fans, with her Facebook page serving as a platform to share updates and maintain her public image. But even that came with pressure. Each post had to be carefully crafted to keep followers engaged, a task that felt more like a job than a hobby. The emotional toll of fame was significant. Celine loved singing. It was her passion, her joy, but the expectations placed on her were immense. Every performance was scrutinized, every misstep magnified. The sparkle in her eyes during a flawless high note was genuine, but so was the exhaustion that followed. For every moment of triumph, there were trade-offs. Missed family gatherings, skipped outings, and the constant pressure to prove herself in an industry that was always looking for the next big thing. As the years passed, Celine's story became one of resilience. The initial wave of fame from America's Got Talent had faded, but she refused to give up. She continued to perform, honing her craft and exploring new opportunities. Collaborations with artists like Jeffrey Lee kept her in the public eye, but viral moments were no longer enough to sustain a career. The music industry demands constant reinvention, and for a young artist, that meant finding a way to transition from child prodigy to mature performer. Celine's father remained a key figure in her journey, but their relationship faced scrutiny. Public perception often painted Dr. Tam as a stage parent, pushing his daughter toward success at the expense of her childhood. In reality, he was trying to protect her while helping her navigate an industry that could be both exhilarating and cruel. There was no manual for raising a child star, and mistakes were inevitable. Some decisions, like prioritizing performances over school events, drew criticism, but they were made with Celine's dreams in mind. Dr. Tam's goal was to ensure she had every opportunity to succeed, even if it meant making tough choices. Celine herself was growing up, and with that came a new set of challenges. As a teenager, she was no longer the adorable 9-year-old who had charmed audiences. The novelty of her youth was gone, and she had to carve out a new identity as an artist. Her voice, still powerful and emotive, was maturing, and she began experimenting with different genres and styles. Covers of pop hits gave way to original songs, a risky but necessary step toward establishing herself as more than a one-hit wonder. Social media remained a crucial tool for staying connected with fans, but it was a double-edged sword. Positive comments boosted her confidence, but negative ones stung. Trolls and critics were quick to point out perceived flaws, from her song choices to her stage presence. Yet Celine persevered, posting videos of her performances and sharing glimpses of her life. Her authenticity shone through, endearing her to a loyal fanbase that continued to root for her success. Celine Tam's story is far from over. At 17, she stands at a crossroads, with the potential to reclaim her place in the spotlight or fade into obscurity like so many child stars before her. Her talent is undeniable. Her voice, a blend of power and vulnerability, still has the ability to move audiences. But talent alone is not enough. The music industry is a battlefield, and Celine is fighting to prove she's more than a fleeting moment of fame. Her journey has been a roller coaster of highs and lows, from the euphoria of the golden buzzer to the sting of elimination. Each setback has taught her resilience, and each triumph has fueled her determination. She continues to perform, whether at local events or on larger stages, always chasing the next opportunity. Her father's guidance, while sometimes controversial, remains a cornerstone of her career, providing the structure she needs to navigate the chaos of show business. The challenges of child stardom have left their mark, but they've also shaped Celine into a fighter. She's learned to balance the demands of